Hey everybody, welcome back to Daily Kerbal. Well, stage 1 is complete. I managed to get us out into orbit, and with actually still some fuel left over in this tank, so I'm pretty proud of that. Now, I also, before I began takeoff, I upgraded our tracking station. So now, as you can see, our orbital path is a different color, and so is the color of the blue one is us. The green one is the lander. Now here's how this works. I'm going to want to try and catch up with the moon lander. And to do that, I'm going to have to adjust my orbital path. This little orange marker here is our intersection point. This is where our orbit intersects theirs. And this other orange marker is where the target, the lander, is going to be when I'm at the intersection point. So what I want to do is I want to bring these two closer together. How do I do that? Well, the moon lander is currently ahead of us. It's not behind us, it's closer to the ahead position. So in order to be able to... I was about to say, in order to be able to catch up with it properly, we're going to have to go on an orbital path that is on a... it's smaller than theirs. We're going to have to move on along a smaller circle than they are. Excuse me. But I can't really do that because the periapsis there is 71,000 meters, which is, we go any lower than that and our orbit's going to become unstable. So I guess we're going to do this the other way around. I'm going to speed us up ahead to the intersection point. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright. And now I'm going to... What's wrong? Why are we not moving? Oh, it's just the size of the craft, right, okay. It's a big ship. Doesn't have any reaction wheels on it. I probably should have done something about that. Doesn't matter now. Okay, so I'm pointing prograde now, and then I'm going to extend. Okay, here we go. I'm going to make our apophysis like about 150, I think. There we go, that's fine. Now, I'm just going to orbit. I'm going to let the orbit circle around a couple times. And what's going to happen is that every time I pass this, we're going slower than the lander is. So every time we cross this marker, the position is going to move this way. And this is going to happen every time every time we do a circle. And we're going to wait until it gets close enough. This is going to take a while. See? Just jumped ahead. We're going to have to wait until it passes us, and then we're going to make a correction to try and establish rendezvous. I'm also going to try and do some cheesing here. You'll see what I mean in a minute. But if you've ever seen 2001: A Space Odyssey and wonder to yourself, why the heck did we have to watch a 5-minute move? Why did we have to watch a 5-minute piece on how the ship docks? Like, what the heck was the point of that? Well, it's realistic. Docking it's a pretty slow process. Slow and tedious process. Like everything in space, pretty much. Slow and tedious. If I were, of course, a NASA engineer, then I probably would have timed our launch specifically so that we met exactly at the moment when we would have met with the lander. Would have saved a lot of time. Because right now we've been circling for 2 hours. That is real time. So had this been going at slower speed, I'm just remembering, by the way, that I can speed up once we get over 200,000. Yeah, so over 120,000 meters. It can go a little faster, so I can speed this up a bit. Then it's going to slow down when it comes here, though. And I'm also noticing this is a bit of a problem, but I'm going to be performing the docking on the on the side of the Earth that is not lit by the sun, so I'm gonna have to be performing this docking maneuver in the dark. And guess what I don't have on my spaceship? That's right, I don't have lights. I don't have headlights. It's a pretty, you know, I don't even know if I had any headlight parts unlocked yet. Hasn't really been much of a problem up to this point, but it's okay. I'm confident that I can still do it. The question is whether or not you are going to be able to see anything, and odds are you probably won't, but that's fine. Alright, one more circle should do it. Well, actually, two more circles, because we're going to need one circle to then adjust our rendezvous point, and then the next circle we're actually going to meet. You can see it's going to pass us now. But almost. It's almost going to pass us. Now it's going to go right past us. I'm slowing down to real time again. Let me just get us a little bit closer, and now slow us down. Okay, here we go. Yep, it jumped. So now we got to quickly turn over to the retrograde. I should have done that in preparation for passing the point instead of doing it now, because we're wasting precious seconds. But shh, it's fine. It's fine. All right. And now we start to burn. See, it's going back. It's closing in. Hopefully we're not too late with this. Okay, you can see the separation there. We want to get that as low as possible. Come on. A little more. 4.86 kilometers. You know what? I'll take it. I will take it. That is fine. You know, we could have done better. Could have easily done a lot better than that. But I'm not going to bother with flipping the ship back over to prograde right now and trying to fix it. 4.8 is, I can work with that. So I'm going to quick save now, and I'm going to warp to here. Computer will automatically warp us at the fastest possible speed to get us there. And then there are two things that I'm going to have to concentrate on in the rendezvous phase, right? I'm going to try to perform a rendezvous. That means I have to, A, get us moving in the direction that the ship is. This looks very close together, but that's 4.8 kilometers separation. That is incredibly large. Distances in space are huge. I also could have, you know, taken the time and, you know, fixed this orbital incline, but you know what? It's fine. We can work with this. So we are 2 minutes out from the node. So and the other thing, by the way, is I'm going to have to start killing our relative speed to the target. Now switch this over to the target camera, or the target meter. We are going at 27 meters per second relative to our target, which is pretty good. It's not too fast. All right, now this nav ball. What you're seeing here, this is our retrograde vector. This is the target's retrograde vector. So what I want to do is I want to match these up. How do I do that? Well, first of all, I'm going to want to get a little bit, you know, get closer to our target a bit faster. And I'm seriously considering just ditching this fuel canister right now because it is slowing down this ship's rotation terribly, but it's alright for now. And actually, if I can use that engine to get us to the moon and not have to use that, that'd be even better. So I'm going to point us, oh, for crying out loud, something that, you know, it's not very easy for me to explain why, but just trust me, it's true. The retrograde vector always moves, you pull that. And you push your prograde vector, you pull. Your retrograde vector, you push. So if I want to get this into here, then what I have to do is I have to accelerate past it, right? If there was a line between these two vectors, I'd have to put my heading past that, start accelerating like this. And watch what happens. See? My prograde vector is moving towards me. but my speed relative to my target is also going up. So by doing this, you see I'm bringing us closer to the target, which is over there, by the way. Like that. There. Camera flipped, which means I assume that our periapsis, yep, our periapsis is ducked, but that's fine because now I'm going to flip over to the other side. We're going way too fast. See how fast it's closing in right now? Because we're going at 100 meters per second. It's 100, see? Another 100, another 100. And now the retrograde vector you push. So in order to slow us down and still keep us on course, I'm going to do it like this. See it moving away from me? There we go. We're back in orbit now. There. Now we're still going way too fast. I'm going to put us on the retrograde. Keep us there, and yeah, that was way too fast. I think we even almost hit it. And we basically just gotta turn around and go that way. Okay. Easy as pie. Could have done that better, but again, it's no problem. It's no problem at all. We're literally going to meet this thing very soon, head on, once we get there. And I think I'm still going to try to use our fuel booster to kill our relative speed. But we already did perform the rendezvous maneuver. Alright, so technically because we flew past it like that, that does still count. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill our speed almost entirely. Our relative speed, right? Because remember, we're still traveling at like 2,000 meters per second, but relative to the moon lander, we're actually going much slower than that. I'm going to kill us all the way down to... Can I go below 1.0? Okay, that gives us a bunch of time. I'm going to go back to the Space Center, and this is what I was talking about when I said I was going to cheese the contracts, just because I want more money and I want more science. Now that we have that, I think the next one it's going to, yep, explore Kerbin. Now it's going to ask us to dock. Docking around Kerbin is a stepping stone building. Yep, it's true. Plus, swim a few times when ramming things together is encouraged. Crew that has been cooped up for too long starts muttering about space krakens and other such nonsense. We want you to make sure that doesn't happen around Kerbin. Not actually true in game terms, but yeah, isolation in space, I imagine, is a terrible thing. So we have to dock 2 vessels, we have to transfer crew. It's fine because it was on our docket anyway, except the contract. Now let's go back to the tracking station and let's actually do it. We want the command pod. We want to fly it. Target is still set, isn't it? There it is. Okay, now we're heading at 0.4 meters per second. I'm going to rotate us back towards our target. And then I'm going to perform possibly the single most boring thing you're ever going to see in Kerbal Space Program. Come on. Oh, no, we overshot it. We overshot it. Oh my god, the weight. Oh my god, the weight. Come on. Come on. Get back up there. Get back up there. Holy smokes. You can do this. I should have put reaction wheels on this thing. I had it in my mind too. I just didn't. Okay. Now. Gotta kind of level us out too. There we go. And I am now going to turn on my re-entry control system, the RCS. It's on. Now, I actually could have had this on, so earlier too, but now we're actually going to start losing monopropellant fuel too. And I'm going to use that to try and push. Come on. Prograde vector up there. So we're headed directly at it. Now let's speed us up. 1 meter per second. Now I'm going to switch over to the lander. And I'm going to make the command pod a target. It's right there. I'm going to turn us to face it. There we go. Okay, now we're facing directly at it. That should make it easier for the command pod to perform its docking maneuver. And in fact, I don't really think I need to do much here, because we're pointing right at it. It's just that large fuel tank that's messing things up so much. All right. There it comes. It's also, we got some sunlight finally, so we're not going to be doing this completely in the dark. All right. Now make sure, can I check the... Well, I mean, it should work just fine, but I can actually set the target to be the docking port, so that I know that the purple dot, the pink dot that I'm aiming for is the docking port for sure. Come on. Okay, we're 60 meters out. And closing. The docking ports do have a small magnetic pull on them, by the way. So, once we get them relatively close to each other, the docking maneuver should perform by itself. But we still have to get them close enough, right? And once I complete this contract, I think the next contract is just going to be, okay, now go land on the moon. And we're going to do it. We're going to land on the moon. It's going to happen. Oh my god, this swaying. Okay, now I gotta use the RCS to slow us down. Oh, 0.2. We're almost there. Six meters. Five meters. Isn't this the most exciting thing you've ever seen? I'm being ironic. And now kiss. There we go. It's going to take a couple bumps, but we have done it. We have docked 2 vessels. And it is glorious. Ah, beautiful. Simply beautiful. All right. Well, with that contract behind us, now I'm going to jump back to the Space Center yet again. And I'm going to see what our next contract... Really? I don't get another exploration mission? Oh, because I didn't... Oh, that's right. Because I forgot one very important part, and that is that we have to... Yeah. Okay. First of all, we got to rename this vessel. This is Orion 2. All right. And now what we have to do, what I want to do is I want to take Jeb. Now, we don't... There are 2 things we can do. We can, obviously, EVA him. Get him out on an EVA. Let me check, make sure, by the way, that our orbit is still stable. It is. Okay. So we can EVA him and move him from one hatch to the other. Or, now that these are docked, I think I can just simply do a transfer crew thing, transfer Jebediah into the crew cabin. There. And now that's done. Now we've actually completed the contract. Alright. Completed the crew transfer. So, let us jump back to the Space Center now, because the next contract, if I'm not mistaken, should actually be asking us to go, because we already orbited the moon, it's going to ask us to land. We have enough data on the moon to attempt landing, or we could stage one. It's up to you. Yeah. Well, the thing is that the image of what one would see on the moon is not possible to recreate on the Earth just because of the differences in gravity and stuff. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Now, step one. I'm going to empty this fuel tank and fill up this one. I think. No, I'm not. Why am I not doing it? Maybe I have to enable these cross feeds. Why can't I can't perform a refuel? Why can't I perform refuel? We're docked. Am I missing something here? Am I not doing this right? This is the way I've always done it. What if I do it? What if I do this? Okay, well, scratch that, I guess. I wonder if I haven't unlocked something, or if I'm not, I'm using the wrong controls. This is how I've always done it. Oh well, never mind. My initial plan was to transfer the fuel from this pod to this one, but that's apparently out of the question. So, just in case I'm screwing this up somehow, I'm going to quick save here. This is the point that I want to be able to return to if we have to. And I guess then we'll just decouple this. I don't want to carry the weight of this entire pod with us. Although, you know, admittedly I could have, you know, flown us partway with this one and then flipped us around and flown us with that one, but yeah, screw that. Now we actually can, now that I've gotten that tracking station upgrade, we can perform maneuvers, as in we can plan maneuvers. This is what it looks like. By pulling on the prograde, right, I'm simulating a prograde burn, and then that little dotted line shows you what my projected vector would be. There we go. I want to get us as close to the moon as I can. That's pretty good. Now here we have the indicator as to how it's going to work. First, the maneuver node that we have to aim for is that little, it's a little blue dot. Arrow is showing us that it's in that direction. And then this is the delta V that we need to achieve. Delta V is the, it's the difference in speed. So we have to speed up by 861.7 meters per second. If I quickly hit the full burn deactivate buttons, then it will also give us a calculation as to how long it's going to take. 2 minutes 18 seconds at max burn. So first off, let us orient ourselves towards our maneuver node. I'm also pretty sure that this is not a maneuver we're going to be able to perform with just the fuel from the large fuel tank. We're probably going to have to use the command pod's fuel for it too. There. There's our fuel tank. Alright, now we wait for half an hour. Game time. Alright, 19 minutes to the node. Almost overshot it a bit. That's fine. Now we aim ourselves at the maneuver node. And we start burning. I'm not worried that we're not going to make it. The moon is pretty hard to miss. But also for some reason the estimate is a lot. Okay, hang on. Let's speed up a little more then. Try it now. I'm not going to be burning at full power, so it's going to take a little longer than the prediction says. I'm having to manually keep us on the maneuver node. Pretty good. Ideally what I want is for this to reach 0 at the same time this reaches 0, because that means that we got there at the exact right time. I pretty much never managed to get like one of these maneuver nodes executed 100% perfectly, just because the estimated burn, I believe, it assumes that you're going to be burning all of your fuel in like a single moment, which is not possible, obviously. So, it also assumes that you burn at full power. I don't know if there is... my instinct tells me that it's a bit wasteful to burn at full power, because you burn less fuel this way. But yeah, we are going to be a bit late, as was predicted. This is almost done. Let's take a look at our path. Yep. It's extending pretty quickly. Ready to cut the engine. Let's burn a little more, actually. Wait until this one goes green. Well, it's a larger periapsis than I would have hoped, but it'll be fine. This is still fine. We still have a ton of fuel left over in the large tank. I am actually surprised as to how much easier this is than I thought it would be. And then again, this craft still is not on its own power ahead to carry the landing craft yet, so who knows. Anyway, on to the moon. Bye-bye, Kerbin. See you in a week. Just making sure we don't overshoot. It should automatically slow us down when we... Yeah, it slows us down at the start of our encounter. Now you can actually see, by the way, what it looks like. Because last time, right, I was having to do this manually. I'm pretty proud of myself, actually, for getting that done that way, but without the indicators. Now it's here, though. Now you can see it. When we exit, this is going to be our new orbit. This is a... this is going to be the escape point, after which we... basically just, we've been in the moon's influence for a while. And then it goes right back towards the, towards Earth, or Kerbin in this case. So we gotta slow down, again, like we did last time. Rotate us back towards the retrograde vector, please. And burn. This is going to probably take up more of our fuel. All the pretty light shows. Come on. Come on. Oh. It's bending. It's bending. Sweet. Lunar orbit achieved. Bring us in close. Real close. I want to be able to reach out the window and scoop up sand as we fly by. Well, that's as far as our large engine is bringing us. So we'll bid farewell to it. Won't we? There we go. Okay. And now we start burning the Reliant. Oh my god. Crossfeed was enabled, and because of that, all of our fuel has been burned up. Well, yeah, that was my fault. Fortunately, though, I don't think it didn't use up any of these fuels. This wouldn't have been a problem if I could have just moved the fuel over from the other one. I don't understand why I couldn't do that. And now literally the only fuel I have left is the one in the landing pad. Well. Also, I ruined our quick save. Should not have hit the quick save button there. Well. Why can't I refuel? Well, I mean, at this point, there really is only one thing to do. We got to use the engines on the. Got to use the engines on the landing module to bring us back home, and that'll have to be it. What a disappointing end. Wow. Hope I can bring these guys home. It'd suck if I couldn't. Sucks. I had my hopes up and everything. I'm still wondering if we have enough fuel to still attempt the landing, but... You know what? This is just way too disappointing for me to accept. So I'm actually going to try. We have literally no need for any of this anymore. Well, I mean, except for maybe the monopropellant fuel and the electric charge. Yeah. But still, this is all just dead weight at this point. So, new plan. I'm not giving up on the moon just yet. Now what we're going to do is we are going to activate this engine. Oops. That's all wrong. Sorry about that. Bring us in close. In fact, I think I might just be able to perform the landing maneuver, but yeah, I can't because I need to have the craft in orbit. All right, so let's go for 30. Okay. Oh my goodness, this maneuverability is just so much better, though. Alright, let's bring her in. Constant eye on our fuel. That's the thing, is that getting back to Earth is not... Kerbin is actually not that stressful on our fuel tanks. As long as I manage to do this, you know, relatively conservatively, we should be fine. Then I'm gonna go check out why I wasn't able to perform a refueling maneuver up there. Conservatively. I'm going to say I want like roughly half a tank of fuel left over by the time I manage to get back into orbit. Shoot, perhaps this doesn't drop too low. And yeah. Let's do that. Whew. Okay. Next up. And this is where it gets interesting. I'm going to start right about here. I'm going to undock us. Oh, but no, hang on. I need to have somebody in there first. Okay. Let's perform the crew transfers. Who do we want to be the first Kerbal on the moon? I think that I mean, is that even really a question? And then let's put Jeb in the command pod here. We still have monopropellant engines on this, so if I have to, I can still maneuver it a bit. And now let's undock. Holy smokes. That thing flipped over immediately. Oh, it's probably because it flipped over to retrograde. Okay. Crew transfer near the moon. Okay. I want to take a look and see what she sees. Not much. Interior of this landing pod is, like, very minimalistic. It's pretty cool, though. Alright, and now the landing maneuver begins. If I start accelerating retrograde right now, I'm going to bump into that, so let me just use my RCS fuel tanks to kind of move me out of the way. Now, retrograde. Burn. Bye, Jeb. See you guys in a bit. Now, I want to land somewhere around this area. It looks nice and smooth over there, like in that spot. So, let's keep an eye on our speed. It's going to be crucial. It's a pretty steep angle we're going to be coming in at, but I think we can make it work. All right. Okay, so pretty much after I've cleared this crater, like right about now, maybe around here, I'm going to start slowing us down. And at this point, there are several things that I want to do. First of all, 500 meters per second is insanely fast. So I want to slow us down. Second, I also kind of want to kill our horizontal velocity more than anything. Oh my god, this costs a lot of fuel. I may have just doomed these people, honestly. And I want to push this all the way up to the top, or as close to the top as I can. I'm very much banking on the fact that taking off from the moon is not actually that hard. It's the landing that's the trick. It's pretty rocky down there. Also coming in pretty quickly. 8,000 meters. Suborbital space flight, right? Yep. Okay, we gotta start burning quicker. Just look at that. Oh my goodness, there's our shadow. There's our shadow. We're coming in way too fast. Yep, that's it. That's it. Boom. She didn't die, though. She will in a second. Just give it a bit. Yeah, let's not worry about that. Actually, did I have a... No, I didn't. Okay. Well, I mean, there's still a chance this will work. I'm gonna try it again. These are still empty. Yes, okay. Okay, I'm gonna post give us another quick save right now, so I don't have to repeat that. Go. We can do this. I know we can do this. Let's go for like 45 this time. Speed this up a bit. Don't need to waste time with all this maneuvering. Orbit's going to be roughly equatorial and circular when these two get on opposing sides. Okay. Now, probably going to want to come in at a higher angle. But once again, let's decouple this. I'm gonna quick save now. We have enough fuel to get back home if we have to, so this is still a point from which we can return. Quick save. Undock. Alright. Let's use the RCS fuel booster to move out of the way again. Alright. Point us to retro. Still. Okay. Let's go. I'm going to aim us a little closer this time. Bring us in at more of a bit of a steeper angle. Steep angles are actually more advantageous here, apparently. This time I'm going to be much more conscious about the speed at which we approach. I'm not really going to let us go higher than 450 as we go down. It's going to cost us a lot more fuel. Though we saw what happened when I tried to save it, so... If there was a radar altitude indicator somewhere. Okay. We're doing better now. We're doing way better. Okay. Cut the engine a bit. 300's fine for now. Start burning it. I'm gonna, try to kill our horizontal velocity a bit. Okay. And now we're gonna have to start slowing down. So we're coming in very fast. Okay, point us to retrograde. You can see how fast the ground is moving. Where's our shadow? Behind us. I think we're gonna do it. It's close, but I think we're gonna do it. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing it. Easily. We're gonna do it easily. Oh, wow. Question, of course, is, are we gonna be able to get home, too, but... Okay, almost got our horizontal speed killed. Come on. Alright, that'll do. These legs, I think, will stand a 10 meter per second collision. So that's the speed that we have to slow down to. 13, and I'll just keep it here. Nice and slow. And slow. Here it comes. Here it comes. Increase burn. And cut the engine. And ladies and gentlemen, we have landed on the moon. And there's still a chance that we can even get back home. Oh my goodness. Well, I think this is just about as good a place to cut this episode as I can think. It's been going on long enough now. Because I imagine that my attempt to bring these astronauts home is going to be just about as tenuous and as tedious. So, thank you for joining me for this amazing adventure. And let's see where it takes us tomorrow. Bye-bye.